What is up, everyone? I'm here at the RMAP? That's what he said. That's what Craig said. I am at RMDE 2018. I'm just going around looking at the parking lot here. I'm not driving. I'm not old enough yet. And even if I was 16, they'd probably say, "Oh, well, you got to be, 18 and licensed and all that stuff." So yeah, but check this out. Don't worry, I'll get the doggone mini tripod so it's more stable eventually. But yeah, so this is the parking lot. I'm here. It's kind of a cold morning. There's the guy I'm riding with.
Here I am. You want me to just a picture?
No, I'm recording right now.
Oh, you're recording? Well,
yeah.
Okay, we're going to be...
Video bomb.
That's good. So we're going to be taking the Jeep Grand Cherokee? Is that right? For the first...
I think it's the Cherokee Trailhawk.
You're right. Sorry.
I don't know where it is.
Yep, it is the Cherokee Trailhawk for the first time out. Let's go find it.
We got a Stinger. We have a MX-5 RF. We have a Volvo XC40. I think I missed it somewhere. We have an XC40. I don't know where it is. We have an All-Track, a Wrangler. We have that Ram 1500, which looks sweet. The Cherokee, Trailhawk, Subarus, Ford. Yeah. What's up?
Now, look at the color of that car. Can you believe some of the reds and oranges that are coming out now? It used to be that those kind of finishes were extra. They would be really expensive.
Yeah.
But I think that's a gorgeous color, and it's amazing that these are no extra cost colors in most of the cases. Especially
because you can get these on Optimus Fortes and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy the quality of the color that we can get these days. I mean, just look at this All-Track. It might as well be emerald green.
I agree. That's an unusual color too.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see it.
I mean, the Bullet makes sense, but on an All-Track? Anyway, I will see you all when we're in the car.
What that would be.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out tomorrow. So I'm guessing up here they want us to turn right.
They want you to turn right at Airport Boulevard under overpass. Great. And then turn left on Peña Boulevard.
Okay. So we're going towards DIA again. And just note here, Cody, this start-stop system on this Jeep is really very unobtrusive. You really have to be paying attention to notice that it's actually operating. But there's a question for you. For every product that does this, they have to obviously build in a higher capacity starter because it's going to be used over and over again and everything else. Does it really make that big a difference in terms of mileage? Is that what
we estimate that with the start-stop feature, you're going to save annually about a 2 to 3% increase in fuel. So you'll have savings of about 2 to 3% in fuel savings over a year with the vehicle.
Is that reflected in the EPA mileage ratings that have to be published for each vehicle?
I really couldn't tell you because that's more or less a cell phone readily available for you.
Nice. Yeah, nice. By the way, I want to mention to you that one of the things that I'll be doing with Redline Magazine is not only will we be doing, I'm going to have to write this week. We're going to try to get an article about RMDE, including, just some initial comments on this vehicle as well as whatever else I'm trying.
Okay.
But then later on during the year, I'll be doing a more complete test drive. I don't know if this vehicle will stay in the fleet here in Denver. If it does, then I'll be able to do a full test later on. But hopefully there will be 2 bites at the apple because we'll talk a little bit about it for September, and then later on into the rest of 2018 and into 2019, we'll be trying to look for vehicles that specifically manufacturers brought out for RMDE.
Oh, great. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm sure Kelly will have something out here, if not this one, then another Cherokee that we can get you in. But before I go on, I just want to make sure that I didn't miss a stop. We're supposed to go on for 5 miles, so I think we have some time.
We do, and
Yeah.
I know that they were saying that we go on to you. I asked Redline, Rocky Mountain Redline,
Yeah.
about whether or not this was available, because for my publication, we have a lot of folks who do towing,
Okay.
and they're interested in what the latest Ram
Yeah,
is all
for
about.
sure, for sure.
So, you know, one of the things that I'll be doing is writing, and it'll probably appear in about 2 weeks in our
Okay.
September issue, about all the vehicles in this drive.
Okay.
But I'm going to want to get some extra time in this
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's staying in the Rocky Mountain
I think
fleet.
it is. I think it is. I think
Okay.
Kelly said, yeah, it's going to go right into the fleet that's out here. So I think, yeah, I think you'll be able to get it.
Good, because I think that people want to know what is the capacity anymore. I mean, here's a question for you: with the half-ton market now
Yeah.
moving into area where the 3/4 ton. I mean, this can now, according to everything that I've seen on it, it looks like it can tow what a 3/4 ton.
Yeah, it's
vehicle
you
is.
know the horsepower wars, the towing wars. It's just figs of this truck are 12,750 pounds of towing.
Right. Now,
And, yeah, and no, you're very right.
and the question is, it's almost like horsepower wars when, you know, they had pony cars.
Yeah, everyone wants to, you know, no one wants to show their hand. Everyone, you know, knows that trucks are based on specs and numbers, and you know, that's why, like, even for us, we fight to make sure we have a lot of information in the clusters and things like that, because guys and gals that tow and you know, want to know everything that's happening about their truck, right? They're real specific on numbers, so it's
It's very true. That market is one where, you know, you have folks.
shit sick.
I'll ask those questions. But this is cool. And I am glad to see that, you know, it's got the stretched wheelbase because I had. Yeah, I can smell a little something's burning there, huh?
What is that?
Not me.
It's not us, is it?
I thought that was
Almost smells like brakes, but
no, it doesn't even smell quite like brakes either. It's kind of got a funny smell though, doesn't it? Want me to pop the hood or anything? Check. See, now I don't even smell it. I smell it more inside.
Maybe just went through.
Yeah.
we didn't notice anything like that when we stopped on the way getting here. So
Today was just from the other car or something.
.1 miles, okay. I wonder if that's 36. It doesn't.
Just did that one, right? Still coming out here.
yeah, because it should take us to the hotel.
Keep our eyes open.
Well, I got a hat. I mean, you probably saw it. I didn't talk about it. Reason why I didn't talk about it, I just didn't think to talk about it. So I'm here. Wow, you can't even see me. Okay, I'm here in Estes Park. This is not the Estes Park I thought it would be. I guess because the other place that we went to a little while ago. Okay, I learned a little while ago that's Breckenridge. That wasn't Estes Park. This is Estes Park. So just look at this. Some of me would love to live here, honestly. But the other part of me is like, oh, it's so far away from everything. I can't. No, can't do that. Yeah, it's crazy out here. So, okay. I probably should say, I mean, this will go up later, but I haven't posted much to Twitter, mostly because no cell service, and I talked with Mia over there. Don't know if you can see. Okay, and so it's not just a problem with me, it's a problem with just, you know, out in the wilderness of absolute, you know, nothing. This and that includes no cell service. So not a hotel now. Twitter photos will be going up. So yeah, because, you know, hotel, Stanley Hotel. So yeah, but crazy. So the drive. You'll see some of it. You will absolutely see some of it. Sorry if I wasn't talking much. I was letting David do his thing. I did comment. I made a few comments on a few vehicles. We still have a few vehicles to go, but yeah, this is crazy though out here. Like I said, I love because this is the houses out here are my style of houses. These sort of alpine in the ridge house. That's my style of house. But the problem is that you can only get houses like these out here in the absolute open nowhereness. So yeah, but the drive was beautiful, utterly beautiful. All stages really. But yeah, I'd love to do the drive myself. Definitely got to bring Dad up here because this is insane. This is crazy. And just an event like this with an atmosphere like this just makes it all the better. So, like I said, unfortunately, also I want to make a point. That Ram. Okay, I rode in the Mercedes. You will not have seen much of that because there was so much wind noise. It wouldn't have been enjoyable. I mean, you'll see a little bit in photos. Okay, that Ram, and I kid you not, I do truth motoring. That's not a thing. I made that up. But anyway, that has less plastic in that entire. That is less plastic in the interior than that Mercedes, and it's cheaper. That Ram is cheaper than that Mercedes that's behind me somewhere. That's insane. I don't know when Dodge, Fiat are going to jump to Ram's. I don't even know when Jeep are going to jump to Ram's level. But that has got to be a sign of things to come. That Ram has got to be a sign of things to come. And if it is, if we're going to get quality interiors like that, Mercedes better be worried because I was certainly surprised by the plastic in the interior. I was a little disappointed, and apparently it was 89 grand, and there's a lot more plastic in actually important areas in areas that are touched pretty frequently, resting your elbow, so on and so forth. So I was surprised. I was very, very surprised, and I should probably do it like this because this is what all the vloggers do. They hold it like this, but this tires my arm. Yeah, so that Mercedes, not a bad car. I didn't like the wind noise. That was annoying, but yeah, it was that Mercedes, the interior, I don't know, the fixtures, I think in and of themselves are more polished than that of the Ram, but in the Ram it really doesn't matter because it's so minor because the rest of the interior is so much better. I can't get over that Ram. The Fiat, got in the Fiat 500X. How was the Fiat 500X? The Fiat 500X, okay, that had the 2.4 liter Tiger Shark, and I haven't ridden in a car with that engine in a long time, and I have to say, it's not a bad engine by any means, but it needs to be replaced. It definitely needs to be replaced. The Mercedes, that was smooth, that was fast, it rode well. We rode in a Cherokee, and it's not the 2018, it's the 2019, thank God. And we had the 3.2, and that's fast. The interior, I have to say, I have an article going up. I don't know, I didn't get any video, but I do have an article going up on, and it's about the rental Ford Edge that I took on a trip to Texas. I mean, I want to make a point. I was at Texas, and now I'm out here, which is basically another vacationing spot. Awesome. But anyway, and I mean that in the best way. And the Cherokee was surprisingly smaller on the inside. But I think the Edge is wider, maybe longer. I don't know. The Edge had a surprising amount of space. It definitely had more than the Cherokee. But apparently the representative, Jordan, was saying that the Cherokee is more like an escape competitor rather than an Edge competitor. So that's interesting. But then again, as far as I know, Jeep doesn't necessarily have an Edge competitor. The closest thing to an Edge competitor that I know of is the Grand Cherokee, and its base price is put it this way: the base price of a Grand Cherokee is higher than that of a base priced Edge. So, which would I pick? I'd still pick, and I will say this: the Ford had a lot of soft touch, but the Cherokee didn't have as much soft touch materials. It actually had a surprising, not terrible, but definitely a surprising amount of plastic in the interior. But the Edge is a very, very good competitor. Let me say that. I'd probably still get, because I prefer I prefer Mopars, but I couldn't blame anyone for choosing the Edge over the Cherokee. It makes sense. It is a logical competitor. It's a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit of a jump, but it's still, I'd say you could still compare the two fairly.